Hey everyone, and welcome back to A Better Computer. My name is Matt, and today we're going to talk about a problem I have with the Apple Watch and a proposed solution that I think might help make it better. So what's the problem? The problem with the Apple Watch, and this might sound weird at first, is that I think the watch faces are too good at this point. I know that's not everyone's opinion, but I think that there are a lot of really great watch faces on it, and I tend to lean towards the ones that don't leave room for a lot of complications, if any at all. And the problem with this is that this is a smartwatch. I should be able to get information on it. I'm a big proponent of the Apple Watch, but I don't do a ton of crazy things on it. Like I check the weather, I use Siri, I use notifications, I send messages, I mark things off my to-do list, I leave notes for myself, I do all these things. I check like Lumi to see when magic hour is for some photography sessions sometimes. I use it as a smartwatch, and those are great. But I love the look of these watch faces that don't have any complications. And so there's kind of this push and pull of, do I want the watch face that I think looks the best, or do I want the watch face that gives me the most information? And so there are workarounds for this. For the last couple of versions of watchOS, you've just been able to swipe back and forth on the watch face to kind of get to other ones. So you could have like your stylish one that you always have on and then swipe over to one that's more data rich, and then swipe back when you're done. Or you can use shortcuts to kind of automate throughout the day, throughout the week. Maybe when the workday starts, you put on your more data-rich one with your calendar and stuff on there and your task list. Put that on there, and then when your work is done, you have it automatically switch to your more stylish one. And then maybe on the weekend, you switch it to one that's more fitness-focused or has nothing at all on it because you're not going to worry about anything on the weekend. These are all kind of workarounds to the problem. And I think I might have a better solution. So let's take a look at what I think could help. So for basically forever, Apple has had Control Center at the bottom of the Apple Watch. So on your home screen or on your watch face, you can just swipe up from the bottom and you pull up a bunch of basic controls for your watch. And you can change Wi-Fi, see your battery percentage, turn sound on and off, theater mode, all those things. You're probably familiar with this. What I would suspect is that most of you don't use this that often. Right? Like your Apple Watch is basically always silent. It's always connected to Wi-Fi. Maybe if you have a cellular model, you'll turn cellular off, but I don't know why you would, since the watch is going to stick with Wi-Fi through your phone most of the time. Maybe you'll turn on theater mode through there. Maybe you do bedtime manually, even though you can totally automate that pretty easily through your iPhone. I bet you don't use it that often. I would suggest that in addition to these options, when you swipe up from the watch face, you should be able to see complications. You should be able to add complications to Control Center. And so they can sit right at the top. Maybe they'll let you sort them, just mix them in with the other ones, but I would kind of like to see them just right at the top. So when I swipe up on my watch face, whatever watch face I have, whether it has tons of complications already and I just want more, or if it's one of these faces that has no complications, I want to be able to see the things that I want to do. I want to be able to start a workout really easily. I want to see my activity rings really easily. I want to see the weather in a glance. This is so much easier, in my opinion, than the current workarounds of automating it through shortcuts, by swiping over to a different watch face and making sure your watch faces are sorted the right way. Just put them up there, and then you're decoupling the watch face from the complications that you have easy access to, right? And I think that is the cool thing about this idea, is that it's taking something that already exists on the watch. We're not adding a new interface, we're not adding anything crazy, we're not changing fundamental things about how the watch works. We're just taking elements that already exist, putting them somewhere that already exists and is probably underused by most users, and solves a problem, right? It solves the problem that I presented at the start of this video. So let me know what you think. I think this is more of a minimal solution, right? This is what a lot of my concepts are, is let's take what already exists and make minimal changes to it to get a solution to a problem, right? Like I am kind of frustrated sometimes by concepts that are like, let's just throw everything out and start over. Apple's not going to do that. They sell these to tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people. They're not going to just restart everything. They could, but they're probably not going to. So I like kind of taking what's already there as a more realistic step towards what they could do. And then hopefully Apple's designers are thinking of, okay, this is a starting point. Let's do it even better. Let's do it up more because we're going to prioritize this. But hopefully this is a good idea to get the ball rolling. If anyone at Apple is watching this, you still have a few months until watchOS 8 is locked in, I hope. So I love to see this in next year's update. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.